The three illustrators that were working with Larry Paul are Mentor Hubner, Sherman Labby, and myself. Ridley looked at absolutely everything that I drew, everything that I was proposing, and would say yes or no to it. We'd be in meetings and he would be wanting me to have more and more variety, take more chances.
I was hired to work one-to-one with a director, Ridley. After all, he's God. A director is God on a film. So I worked essentially for his approval through this staff structure overlay, who would then, make the thing look like Ridley had approved. So it was kind of an elitist approach to being involved in the film, but I got along very well with all the staff people.
I realized that I couldn't bring in the people I'm used to because of the union. So I'm not knocking the union, that's the way it goes. And so being new on the block here, I had to learn the process of I couldn't use this, couldn't use that. I'm used to being my own operator. There's nothing worse when you've done 2,500 commercials, and I know I've got a very good eye. In 3 seconds I can give you a setup, having walked in a room without even seeing it before. So I don't like discussion. I know exactly what I want. I want to walk in and say, do it. That's the director's job. The director's not meant to stand there and consult with half a dozen people in the room. The term director means direct, mate, do the job.
It was a marvelous relationship actually between Doug and myself and Stephen. Many effects we didn't know how we were going to do. That's why we needed so many tests to shoot. And certain things worked, certain things didn't work. Things sometimes are so complicated that, everything had to be sketched out. And we had, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of sketches.
We pre-recorded some music for the mothership landing and the communication between the Earthlings and mothership with these musical signals. So before I saw a script or any film or anything, maybe as much as a year before, we went into the studio at Fox Studios, I remember very well, to record on synthesizers and keyboards the sequence of signals to be filmed in the following year.
On Close Encounters, it was very important that John become a major character because music was the actual avenue of communication. That's exactly how they communicated. They communicated through lights, colors, and music. That's what I written in the script. I don't know where that came from, but I just thought it would be really cool to have aliens and humans communicating by what reaches us quicker than anything, which is the passion of music. And 20 years later, I look at my movie and I see a lot of naivete, and I see my youth, and I see my blind optimism. I'm now a movie producer as well as a director, whereas in 1975 or 76 I was just a director, and I was much more idealistic then. And it was when I see Close Encounters, it's the one film I see that dates me, that I really look back and see who I was 20 years ago compared to who I am now.
There's a side of me that's just permanently sick to my stomach, feeling I'm being dragged into the abyss of success, that system. On the other hand, there's a side of me that thinks maybe I'm getting away with murder within the system. Maybe I am making a European art movie within the Hollywood system. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll just be caught. Actually, I suppose it's like, late in life trying to learn to be a director is what I'm trying to teach myself. How do you become a director when it's not your stuff? And so you try to make it yours. It is harder doing other people's scripts because I feel a great responsibility to the writers, and I fight making it a Terry Gilliam film.
When I came back to Germany and I tried to hold all the investors together, they said to me, well, how can you continue? Do you have the strength or the will or the enthusiasm or so? And I said, how can you ask this question? It is, if I abandon this project, I would be a man without dreams, and I don't want to live like that. I live my life or I end my life with this project. not only my dreams. My belief is that all these dreams are yours as well. And the only distinction between me and you is that I can articulate them. And that is what poetry or painting or literature or filmmaking is all about. It's as simple as that. And I make films because I have not learned anything else. And I know I can do it to a certain degree. And it is my duty, because this might be the inner chronicle of what we are. And we have to articulate ourselves, otherwise we would be cows in the field.